German fascism was more a malignancy spreading across Europe than it was a state. It really was. It was a cancerous thing. My name is Harry Turtledove. I write a lot of alternate history. Some of the books I'm best known for include The Guns of the South, In the Presence of Mine Enemy, and my recent novel called The House of Daniel.
Every day we're surrounded by images and sound, asking us to buy something, to go somewhere, to vote for someone. But the messaging we see and hear isn't exactly harmless, and Germany during World War II is a prime example of the power of propaganda. I visited the award-winning author Harry Turtledove at his home in Southern California to ask about how Hitler and the Third Reich used propaganda.
Hitler said, "I'm going to make Germany great again." The slogan of the Nazi Party was Deutschland erwache, Germany awake. And I'm going to make things just like they were before, only better. And I'll throw out all the nasty people who stabbed us in the back.
After World War I, the German people were humiliated. Their economy was in shambles and their currency was rendered almost useless. That sense of financial desperation plus a history of anti-Semitism made Germany especially susceptible to fascist propaganda.
The more desperate you are, the more desperate measures you're willing to look at to see if you can't repair the situation. It takes a fairly fancy act of the imagination to see how Germany was going to win the kind of war that he wanted to fight.
He had to get his story out there. He had to make people believe. So he got creative, using new mediums like radio to spread his message. Like this speech by Hitler, broadcast on German radio in 1939, declaring war on Poland. Hitler even took inspiration from the American media.
There was a Nazi fancy slick magazine modeled after Life and Look called Signal that Goebbels' propaganda ministry printed in a whole host of languages. And this was the propaganda instrument, or one of the major propaganda instruments in the occupied countries.
Hitler was a master of understanding the power of propaganda, and it worked well for years, bolstered by his early victories in the war.
Other thing, of course, that solves all your problems if you're a propagandist is winning big. Hitler is extremely popular until he invades the Soviet Union and doesn't finish the Soviet Union off in 6 or 8 weeks the way he planned to. The Nazi propaganda machine fell apart because they lost the war.